Hey y'all, I am so excited to share this with you. I am now the new Country Craft Creations Craftology Kit Coordinator, and I got my first Craftology box, and I love her packaging. First of all, the box is too cute. This is like a pizza style type box, and I love this little card she has on here, and it says Craftology Box, Spring has sprung. March box is sure to sprout your creativity. Create sunshine. So cute. And then I love how she put this beautiful little cutout of this balloon on here. That is so stinking cute. Y'all are seeing this for the first time now. I know some of the stuff that we talked about, but she wanted to surprise me too. And so I am going to share some of this with you. But I kind of want to leave some of it to a surprise for you too. She does have a list of what's inside the contents of the box on her website at countrycraftcreations.com. So you can definitely click on Craftology box and find out what's in there if you don't like surprises. But me, I love surprises. So let's take a little peek. So she put everything in a wonderful, she's so awesome. She put everything in a wonderful plastic bag. It has been raining like a mad dog here in Dallas for several days. And actually today we finally got a sunny day. So thank you so much, Tamara, for putting it in a large Ziploc baggie. I love it. And then I can keep anything that I have left over stored up in my little bag. She also sent me some score tape. This is the 1/8 inch. This is one of my favorite sizes to use because it's very versatile. I can use it for the littlest project to the largest project. So thank you very much for sending me that, Tamara. And I love this little sticker on here. It says, "Hello, sunshine." That is so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna open it. Oh, wait, y'all can't see that yet either. Okay, so that one is not in the Craftology kit. So the red, white, and pink one. That is something extra that I'm going to make a beautiful wedding album with. So I can't wait to share that with y'all. But first of all, I'm going to be creating 2 projects from this kit, and I'm going to do full tutorials for you that will be available not only on my channel, but also on Country Craft Creations on Tamara's channel. She's going to link it to hers also, so you're welcome to watch it either way. We're probably going to have it linked on the blog and the website too. So let's take a little peek here. Oh my goodness, I think you all are so going to love this. All this stuff is to die for. Oh my gosh. So I'm not going to show you everything, but let me tell you what. I want to. I want to show you everything, but I can't. Okay, look at how cute these are. Oh my goodness. So you have this little purple daisy, and these are so cute. A little pink and yellow acrylic flower. I love them. They're so beautiful. Um, and then let me show you a couple of the papers. I'm telling you that this kit is way worth more than what she's charging. I can tell you that right now because I'm looking at it and it is chocked full of yummies. But let me show you one of these beautiful papers. Ooh, look at the gorgeous little butterflies. I love butterflies. I'm so happy that winter is ending and spring is here. And these colors are just absolutely gorgeous. It looks a little bit darker on my screen, but really they are absolutely beautiful. They're more in between shabby and, um, springy. So I don't know why mine is showing up so dark, but they're really not that dark. I love how they have like a wood print here, polka dots, more polka dots, flowers, stripes. Love it. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. Ooh, like a darker yellow and then a lighter baby yellow polka dots. Oh my goodness. And you could use that for a baby project too. Ooh, look at this one. Isn't it cute? I love umbrellas, and it says spring, 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 spring. I love the clouds, the butterflies, the flowers, the hearts, the sun. I love it all. Look, the hot air balloons. So y'all are seeing this like close up for the first time, just like I am. So just so you know, oh my goodness, these are so stinking cute. Love it. Okay. And then of course you will get, oh, look at the bunnies. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's so much more, but I'm only supposed to show you very few pages and I'm getting too carried away. But also you have, like, if you want to make cards, okay, you have several tags to go through. Um, this one says, without the rain, there would never be rainbows. That's beautiful. Look at the little bicycle there. Spring showers bring May flowers. I was made for sunny days. It's a beautiful day today. Good vibes coming your way. A laugh is a smile that bursts, and create your own sunshine. I really like that saying right there. Create your own sunshine. I'm really, really loving this. Oh my goodness. The colors are to die for. So super yummy. You get a full 12 by 12 sticker sheet. I'm not going to show you that. Okay, okay, see? Cute, cute, cute. Okay. Let me see what else. Oh goodness. She also sent me these oh, this is like a giant piece for cards. That is cool. I didn't even know that Score Tape made these. That's really cool. I like that. That's really awesome. Okay. And then let me see what else I can show you. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is chock full. I'm not playing. Everything is to die for in here. I still want to show you all everything, but I'm not supposed to. So, but isn't that cute? Look at the designer stamps. Oh my goodness. I love, love the umbrella. Look at the little watering can. Is this not to die for? Rainy day, the best day ever. Hello, sunshine. Goodness, this is so totally yummylicious. I can't even say much more. You're going to get some laces and some ribbons. You're going to get some more paper. Don't think that's it. Now, I am going to say this, that from what I've shown you, every kit is going to be a little bit different, but it's the same theme. I believe it's the same paper collection, so you don't have to worry about that. I know that you'll get the stickers and stuff. I'm not worried about that. But I know there's some other little things in there, like charms and stuff, or the ribbons may be a little bit different, or the laces. But other than that, everything is going to go perfectly together to be coordinated. I mean, it coordinates perfectly. That's all I can say about that. So I'm telling you, everything in here is worth way more than what she's asking for. I know y'all will get mad at me, but I want to tell her she needs to charge much more, but I'm not going to do that to you. It's absolutely amazing what you get in here. That's all I can tell you. And then let me show you what else she sent me real quick. This is not part of the Craftology box. Okay? Again, this is not part of the Craftology box. Okay? This is what I'm going to use for my wedding album. In fact, you know what? I will not show you that. I'll make a different video for that. I apologize. I know you're like, Kim, you're such a pain in my butt. But anyway, I cannot wait to get back on here. This is all going to be on the same video. So you will see, not the next paper collection, but you will see what I'm going to create with this. It will all be on the same video, but the tutorials will be separate from this. They are free tutorials. So I hope y'all love what I make. I've done a lot of research to try to come up with some really cute, easy to do, but super adorable projects to make with these with this paper kit. And I really, really hope y'all love it. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Bye. Good morning, everybody. I am so excited to be doing my first Craftology box tutorial. This is for March 2016. So I'm going to go through some of the stuff that you should have in your box. There are extended kits available, and I will show some of that also. So I did get more lace than this. I want you to know that. I've already started on my project because I wanted to show you, basically what we're going to make. And today we are going to make a musty tussie. Isn't it cute? I love these. They're so pretty. You can hang them, inside your door when you get in the house or anywhere in your house, on your fireplace, however you want to do it. But musty tussies were like a vintage type thing that they would, well, it's not vintage. Well, it is vintage, but shall I say, back in the day, men would buy flowers for their wives and they would come in these cone shaped, it was like either paper or metal or something like that. And then they would put the flowers in there and give them to their wives. So we're going to make one of these today. And then at the end, you'll see these all decorated up. So let's get started. In your kit, you should have some papers, stickers. I mean, the papers will vary in each of the kits. You will also have some laces and ribbons. And I have a yellow gross grain ribbon with a doily, and then I have the pink, and then I have this beautiful white little really soft satiny type linen ribbon here. And let's see, what else do we have here? We have some flowers, and you should have some little Easter eggs. Okay. Also, I don't know if you'll have a whole 6x6 paper pad, but I've got some of these too. I don't know if they'll be split up, or I'm not really sure how that is going. But also, there are some tags or ephemera pack. Okay, so you have your little ephemera pack here. You'll get some little acrylic flowers, and I love these little metal button charms and the basket charm. I believe there's other type charms too. So again, like I said, the package varies, so it's kind of like a surprise. And then here are some of the ephemera. I love the little balloon. You have some little tags and stuff, so you can make lots of little goodies with your package here. So on this one today, I am going to make the Mussie Tussie. So out of your kit, you will need your score tape. You'll need 2 things to hold your project together while you're taping it. I mean, you can use paper clips or whatever you want to use, but I like using these little laundry clips. Also, you're going to need your scissors. You're going to need your scoreboard, possibly, and then your bone folder. You'll need your paper cutter. Let's see what else. I'm using a protractor because for my cone shape, I want to make a curve. Okay, or if you don't want to do that, Hobby Lobby does sell these little cones, and it's already preset for you, and then you would just basically use your score tape or glue gun to glue it on here. I would suggest using your score tape so you don't have any bubbles or weird ridges or whatever. Again, you can use some of the Aleene's tacky glue. Like I said, I wouldn't suggest the brush on, but maybe for this project it would work. Let's see what else. Well, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off my little end here. And I really love this yellow color with the butterflies. And I haven't decided on whether I want the butterflies on the outside or I want the yellow. And possibly it's going to be, I would say, the yellow. Although I really do love the butterflies, they will still see it the way I kind of have this set up on my other one. Oops, hold on. I'm so sorry. Here we go. So I'm going to just cut off my little end here. I would do it up here, but every time I do that, I scratch my wooden desk here. So I'm trying to prevent myself from doing that. So I just line it up evenly to the edge and then slide down. And then you can actually use this little extra strip. Just cut this off. And you can throw these away. Or if you like the little spring thing, you could use that too. And then just kind of put that to the side. Okay, so this is where you're going to get your protractor out. You're going to need your paper at an angle. Okay, and let me get my scoreboard out just because I like to make it even. We're going to, hold on one second, let me grab my ruler. Hi y'all, I'm back. So actually, I already videotaped this and my freaking computer messed it up. So I wanted to do a Mussie Tussie anyway with my St. Patrick's Day paper. So I'm going to go ahead and show you on this one how to do it. But normally you would just be doing it on the other piece. It wouldn't really matter what piece of paper, but you take your 12 by 12 and over here in the corner you're going to start. I love this kind of ruler because it actually starts out right at the end of the measure, right at the end of the ruler. So that makes it perfect. So what I want you to do is you're going to directly put it on the corner. And you're going to start measuring at the 12-inch line. And you're going to draw little dots, okay? And you won't need your protractor because the way I figured out how to do this, I didn't really need it. So you're just going to keep on keep moving your ruler. Make sure it's on that corner. And just keep doing several dots on that 12-inch line. And as long as you are right on that corner, you should not have any issues, okay? So I'm going to move this back over this way and continue on. So I got to move this out of the way a little bit. That one didn't really do it on. Let's see. And I want to keep moving it along here and do it on that 12-inch line. Hopefully I can't really see. Probably should have flipped this upside down. Okay, so now you should have your, let me just double check to make sure that one is right. It looks a tad bit off, but that's, yeah, let me flip it upside down just so that I can see. Okay, so then I can take my Tim Holtz scissors, and for some odd reason the smaller size, and I don't know if the larger size is like this, but it automatically curves. So it's good for fussy cutting, but not straight line cutting. I will tell you that right now. So I'm just following along with the dots. Now, if you don't trust yourself, you can buy a Mussie Tussie. But you really shouldn't have to. You just keep doing it the 12-inch line. And let me clean that up a little bit. If you have any real like jagged edges like I have right there, just, you know, clip it off. Okay. And then you just kind of start, you know, taking it in both directions and rolling it up like, you know, in a cone shape, because the paper is not, you know, is tough right now, and this is a good cardstock. So sorry, it's like slipping from my hands. My hands are dry. But anyway, so I'm just going to kind of get it into that little cone shape. Keep working it. And then I'm going to come in here and erase my dots. So I'm going to come in here and clean up some of these edges. Okay, so it looks pretty good. It's not going to be perfect, but now that I don't have the lace because I used it up on both my Mussie Tussies, the lace will cover it up. And I'm still not wanting to go into that little cone shape. My other one did it perfectly. And this one's being a little stinker. Okay, there we go. Okay. So then you're going to grab your little laundry clips or whatever kind of clips you have handy. And we're going to start shaping it how we want. Okay. And I think I'm going to take a pencil to help shape that little cone shape. Is it finally going to work for me? Let's see. There we go. Close enough. Okay. I'm going to want it pretty tight at this point. When it's down here, I want it tight. Okay. So I'm going to keep on spinning it. Or turning this. Yay, it's finally working. Okay. Now I can start spreading it out a little bit to get it where I want it. It doesn't matter if it's perfect at the end anyway, because you're going to cut that part off, and hopefully that part of the video did not disappear. Okay, so now that I have it going on in the kind of shape that I want it in, okay, I'm going to grab my core tape. Okay, and hold on, the way I did this earlier was like this. This is where your clips are going to come in handy. So I'm kind of spreading it out at the top. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and clip it. Okay, then I'm going to go in about 4 inches. I'm going to measure that. I'm going to go in about 4 inches, and I'm going to start taping from there down. Okay, because I want mine to have an overhang. If you do not want it to have an overhang, you know, actually, come to think of it, before we do that, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit off because I had to redo this over again. So I'm going to go ahead and distress my edges because I like that distressed shabby chic look. Okay. I'm actually going to go all the way down on this side because this is going to be my outside piece. And then I'm only going to go down partially, about 4 inches. On this side, because they're not going to see this part anyway, so, you know, it doesn't matter. Let me put that up. Okay. I'm going to move this out of the way because I don't need that anymore. Sorry. I need a blow on here. But, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I'm going to leave about 4 inches from the edge. So I'm going to start right about there. And I'm going to put my tape there. I'm going to do it again. And then I'm going to do it again. I can move my ruler out of the way now and then get my bone folder. I'm going to go ahead and rub that in there. Burnish my edges. Move everything out of the way because it's in my way. And then I'm going to start shaping my cone again. Before I like really put it down, I want to make sure it's in cone position. Okay. And then I can start, put your hand inside and then burnish it in there. Trying not to, you know, crinkle it or bend it up. And like I said, your tip doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to be cutting off part of that anyway. Put your ruffles down at the bottom. And then you want to pull this back. And for me, it's wanting to bend there. It's making a little crease mark. And I don't want that. Okay. So you can go ahead and use your pencil to try to curl it up a little bit first so that'll stop that creasing. Okay, now I want this to basically go out on the other end too. So I am going to get my straight scissors, and at this point I'm going to make a little diagonal cut, and as you can see, the inside over here is not taped down, just down at this end. So I'm going to make a little cut diagonally, and I'll cut off about that much. That should allow me to, I'm going to have to do it a little bit more. Sorry, I apologize. It's kind of like you just got to keep doing it until it's the way you want it. Okay. And in the meantime, I'm going to grab my distressor and I'm going to distress these edges too. I'm going to do a little slight angle a different way, and I'm going to cut off that. So now I can actually go like, oops, and it ripped, so you got to be careful. That's okay. We want a distress look anyway, so it really doesn't matter. And you're going to take your pencil again, and you're going to roll it back a little bit. And I'm going to cut off this excess piece right here because I don't want it showing. So now it's going to look something like that on the inside, okay? And then this on the outside. Okay, so now it's up to you. But this time I'm going to curl my edges underneath because I cut this off a little bit too much. So okay, sorry, you gotta work with this paper sometimes. Gotta work with it. There we go. I may not even need to glue gun this down. Okay, so far it kind of looks like that, which is really neat. Excuse me, don't mean to cough. At this point, you could probably go ahead and clip off a little bit of your bottom so that your ribbons can fit through here, and you can actually start to prepare your ribbons. I made long strips of ribbon. I used my seam binding ribbon, and then I crinkled it. And actually, I'll be back to show you that part. I apologize. I'll be right back.